Hello, hello. Also, heck yeah, almost a year. Thank you for the resubscribe. And big felt on being tired. I had energy to start the day, and then I no longer had energy because I did everything on my to-do list. And everything, even posting the things that I meant to post and stuff. Everything. um And so now I'm just like, wow, no brain. Um, but that's okay. Um, oh no. Well, don't feel bad if you end up falling asleep or anything. That sleep is important. I went to bed early last night, and by early, I mean I was asleep by 11, you know? Um, and then I woke up at 5 in the morning to the sound of a crash. A crash and a shatter. 5 in the morning. Loud enough to wake me up. My partners in the chat know what a feat that is. um, huh. So, so I kind of wake up, but then I'm also kind of like, no, it's fine. I don't need to get up at 5 a.m. I'll deal with that later. But then I hear my mom moving around because obviously it woke her up too. So eventually I come into the office and I look around and I'm like, what's going on? I check on the cats. I look at Toulouse. Toulouse is fine. Toulouse is just passed out and looks a little offended that I would even insinuate that they would ever create a crash and break. Um, you know, as a cat will. And I feel like I'm taking a weird path. I can already tell. I don't actually know where I'm going. I saw where I was going, and then I was like, okay, it's fine. I know how this. I know how to navigate. This isn't my first day in Fontaine. Okay, maybe I do need to do some light parkour. Toulouse always looks offended. This is true. Except for right now. Right now they look sleepy. Isn't that right, Goose? So, anyways, nothing in the office was broken. So I'm like, alright, that's good, I guess. And then finally, my mom realizes that I'm awake and she's like, hey, Dakota knocked over the big glass pitcher in the kitchen. It's like, it basically looks like a giant mason jar with a nozzle on it to pour liquid out of it. You know what I mean? Somewhere there were stairs. Yeah. Yeah. So, I just want to get there without having to figure out the city walls. So I'm going up high so I can just jump. This is what I want. And I mean, the picture, the candle that was sitting on top of it, absolutely shattered. No salvaging any bit of it. And fully shattered all over the kitchen floor. So that was super fun. I'm glad that it woke me up as sharply as it did, because if I was half asleep, I would not have been able to clean that as thoroughly as I did. But because because I was able to be fully awake. Yep. Exactly. he was just partaking in some autumn cleaning, some decluttering. He says, if it doesn't bring you joy, let it go. Fascinating. Gets distracted by this. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, there's some here.
Wow, this is so lucky.
Yeah. And he was fine. It was up on a cabinet, and next to the cabinet is a ledge. And he's fine. He's okay. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact my mom saw him at the scene of the crime, yeah. Anyways, so that was a fun way to wake up. And then I was awake until like 9 before I went to sleep, until my meds alarm went off at 11. But I did everything on my to-do list, and I had a longer list than usual, I would say. Not by a whole lot, and to be fair, some of them were smaller tasks, but I'm pretty impressed with myself. You know what I mean? All right. Fisherman. If not for those blubber beasts, I should have been able to hook the larger fish. And you are? Oh, traveler, pleased to see you here, most pleased. Are you here to fish too? It seems you're just passing through. It's all right. This fishing point has got fish for 2 and then some, so if you don't mind, come, sit and fish with me. Tell me about Ioni. Is Ioni okay? I don't actually know how to pronounce his name. There's 4 vowels and a consonant, which means that I'm a little lost. And that's okay. He should be working in Maison Gachon, writing that report of his. Don't worry, he'll be fine. I wasn't lying before, either. This is indeed a good opportunity for him. Not everyone has the chance to submit written documents to the Chief Justice on their own. Wait, he's really submitting reports to the Chief Justice? It was just a matter of 1 keycap. How did it get that serious? I did, yes. Yeah. I've gone back only once. We can go back again to check in on him before we start the Archon quest back up. Yes, it was indeed only 1 keycap, but that was not the end of the matter. It is a financial issue, if one were to use the high-flown term for it. Is that very serious? But a keycap doesn't even cost that much. Aoni could have just gotten one with his own Mora. This problem is very serious. From your perspective, a single keycap costs very little, and would mean very little if submitted as expenses or paid for yourself. But if you look at it from our perspective, this represents an exception to the rules at the Maison Gachon, or that the Maison operates by. I'm so glad that the Archon quest is voiced, because if I had to voice everything, we'd be having a really long stream. Yes, you could say that a single keycap matters very little, but if someone were to try to profit off this exception, then we would be in trouble. As to what sort of trouble might occur, I'll have to tell you later. In any case, there is something I need your help with at the moment. Okay. Well, now, I couldn't possibly tell you such a long story willy-nilly. I'm on break right now. Alright, I was joking. I just needed a moment to organize my thoughts and find a simple example to illustrate my points. Please help me chase those blubber beasts away for now. Thank you. They are as interminably persistent as journalists. Alright. They've been crowding about this school of fish and simply refuse to leave. I'd love to chase them away, but I lack skills, so I'll have to trouble you to help me out. Alrighty. If the story isn't good, we're gonna call those blubber beasts right back. Alright, alright. I'm sure they would be happy to give such marching orders. Wow. Hello, Mr. Crab. Wonderful. They've been chased off, and with that, my peace of mind is restored. Thank you so much, Traveler. So the rest of the story? Alright, alright. Now, where was I previously? Give me a moment to recall the story. You were talking about the exceptions. Ah, yes, that was it. I was talking about making a profit off exceptional circumstances. For example, someone might be able to scrub the various resources they have on hand, then report them as expenses, or try to expand the scope of this particular exception. Honestly. Um, or try to expand the scope of this particular exception. These are all things that can happen. And have such things happened? Well, before Ione was with us, we had another clever fellow. He was very able, very clever, sharp, and full of energy. Unfortunately, he was not honest. Eventually, he was booted from the office, and I haven't seen him since, nor do I wish to, really. Did he do something terrible then? He certainly did not think that about his doings, and that is precisely the kind of mindset that gives birth to criminality. That's why I have high expectations for Ione. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's honest and diligent. That doesn't sound like praise. But honesty is the greatest virtue. A dishonest but intelligent person might achieve great fame in a short period of time. But it is often those stupid yet honest people who will accomplish truly great things. Alright, I'm going to continue fishing now. Please, take this as your payment. Don't look so surprised. Did you really think I was just going to pay you with the story? All those who labor must be compensated. That's always been my motto. Thank you once again. I'm sure I'll score a great catch this time. Good luck, dude. Here I was expecting them to, like... Okay. I'll deal with that later when I have brain space to pay attention. Yeah. I'm not as soon as I realized it was going to take more than a hot second to deal with, I decided, not today. Okay. So valid. Yeah. Okay. And final one. My upper back hurts so much. What is it, Toulouse? What's up?
Too easy. Hear my prayer.
Oh boy. Game lag. Hello.
Pin them down.
Inadmissible evidence!
Just a graze. You're exposed. Pin them down.
My whole physical form feels really weird all of a sudden. So I'm gonna check if it's supposed to rain tomorrow. No. Allegedly, it's not supposed to rain until Thursday. Maybe it's the fact that it's gonna keep getting hot. I don't know. They are?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What? Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know. Jeez. Hmm? There it is. Hello. So this is where it was hiding. Blub blub. Don't be afraid, it's us. Traveler, let's feed Berry Puff just like we did before. The blubber beast looks anxious and keeps staring at a particular direction. So it's probably not going to take the food. Looks like it has no appetite. Its friend that was trapped by seagrass is over there, so it shouldn't have anything to worry about, right? Maybe it's sick. I do. It's because every time I have fish, I cook with them. Alright. Easy peasy. Berry Puff doesn't seem to be scared now. Is it because it can sense there's no danger? Good. Alright. And he's back over to his friend. Yeah. Alright. Belt. Ugh. Alrighty. Gonna switch which team is out and get back on the Archon quest because I do not have the brain space to try and do any other daily things. Okay. If my game could please calm down.
Oh, he wasn't kidding. Today's meal is nowhere near as good as last time. Oh, who knows how long it'll be until we're lucky enough to get that super tasty meal again.
As long as you're here long enough, it'll only be a matter of time.
Forget about it then. We'll just deal with the regular food for the time being. Let's just get out of here as soon as possible. But life here doesn't seem all that bad. Other than the foreman being kinda mean and the work being pretty tiring.
It doesn't seem too bad.
So, mate? If I had a coupon for every fish who said that. Seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life up on the surface. If you take things at face value, then by the time you reach a dead end, you won't even know how you ended up on that road in the first place.
Have some advice for us, old timer?
I like your attitude. I can, let you in on a little something. Everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules and not cause any trouble for yourself. Am I right? But what they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The rules for being a prisoner. The truth is, this place has a lot of hidden rules.
Huh? Hidden rules? What do you mean?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them or not, once you break one, you might encounter something even worse than death.
Really? Oh, now you're really scaring poor Paimon. Don't joke around like that!
Yeah, I saw that. Also, once again, the dialogue is have some advice for us, old timer.
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing would be one of the better outcomes.
Oh, you mean that if there really are hidden rules, then Child's disappearance might have something to do with that?
I mean, he sounds like someone who would break
In that case,
explicit
would you tell us
rules,
some hidden
let
rules?
alone hidden
Definitely
rules.
want to avoid breaking them.
Come on, mate. This is valuable information. The difference between life and death. Do you really think you can just ask and I would tell you?
Paimon understands, but we don't have many credit coupons yet.
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Just come talk to me after you've saved enough. Moreover, you're new fish, freshly caught, and completely out of your element. What'd be the point in even telling you anything before you've gotten a handle on your new lives? Come and find me once you've been here longer. I'm usually around the rag and bone shop. Just call me V-Doc. Bye-bye now.
to scare us into buying fake information from him?
I mean, that was my first thought. Is it possible that someone would just disappear? I'm still interested.
Yeah. It might be a good place to start in our investigation. Hidden rules, huh? But, like he said, we don't have any coupons and we're still not familiar with this place. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it now. Ah, we were so busy talking we almost forgot to eat. Even if it's not the best, it's probably better while it's warm. Come on, dig in before it gets cold.
Ow. Alright. Oh. We don't have. I thought we got coupons from working, but I guess not. Okay. So the. Okay. I think it's on this level. Hello? Why did it stop navigating to the quest? Okay. There's separate ones for the Archon quest? Got it.
So Paimon just confirmed with the guards that our shift is set for every morning, and we're free to do whatever we want all afternoon. But it seems like most of the other inmates choose to continue working through the afternoon to earn more credit coupons. Oh, and they also said that you can use coupons to skip work in the morning and free up your time. They weren't kidding. Credit coupons really can be used to do anything here. Paimon's so tired. And we'll need to wake up and go to work in the morning. Without any credit coupons, it's not like we can really do anything else. Nighty-night, Traveler. Paimon hopes we can keep making progress on our investigation tomorrow.
Child's vision. Child's vision. I hear someone calling me. Okay. Fascinating.
Are you awake, Traveler? What's wrong? You seem to have something on your mind. Did you dream about something last night?
I dreamed of child. Or in the dream I was child?
Is that even possible? Unless it wasn't an ordinary dream?
When does the traveler have ordinary dreams?
Child's vision! So you had it with you this whole time?
Well, yeah.
Maybe the vision connected Child's consciousness to yours.
Maybe I can use his vision to see everything he experienced from his perspective.
And our investigation has its first major breakthrough! Good thing you brought the vision with you here. So what did you see in the dream? Do you know where Child went?
The dream was a little hazy. I didn't see anything particularly useful.
Huh. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be a bit more helpful in the future. What's more important now is that it's the start of another new day as prisoners. Let's do our best to earn more credit coupons. What's the plan for today?
Let's go to work in the production zone.
Let's go! It's time to start working. If that guard Fielding catches us skulking about, he's sure to give us an earful.
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a-wasting.
Already on it.
Good, here you go. Remember to give me the widget once you've finished processing it.
Alright, finished.
Easy peasy.
I'm on speed. But after so many shifts, it seems we're really getting the hang of it now.
It does seem to be getting easier.
Hey there, fellow shift mates. I saw you finished your work, so I thought I'd come over and say hi.
Oh, hey there! We've seen you before. Your assigned workspace is really close, isn't it?
I feel
That's right. The name's Rowan. This past few days, I couldn't help but notice the new faces working nearby. I guess we were destined to meet.
Mhm.
I've been working here for almost 15 years. Even the foreman, Grainville, always calls me Chief.
Whoa, you've been working here a long time, Chief.
What are you in for? Oh my gosh. That one. In other words, you haven't managed any improvement in 15 years. Yeah, top 10 ways to get punched in prison.
If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask me. I know the work here in the production zone better than the back of my hand.
Alright, Chief. We'll be sure to come to you first.
I think I've got the work more or less down pat. We just haven't quite learned all the rules.
Did you just ask about the rules? Pretty sharp for newcomers. You've already heard about the rules, huh? Who'd you hear it from?
The hidden rules, right? That's what they're called?
Alright. Seeing as you're the one who came over here, you're already calling me Chief. I guess I can tell you a little. Truth is, you two keep working like this, you might be putting yourselves in danger.
Huh? Wait, there's even a rule about that? What would have happened if you never told us about this?
Well, it's usually not that easy to break one on accident. The conditions of the hidden rules are usually pretty specific. But once you do break one, bad things happen.
So the conditions in this case are...
If you work continuously in the production zone for 3 days, and if all you do besides eating and sleeping is just work, then something bad will happen during lunch on the 3rd day.
Huh? Like what? Oh, don't scare Paimon.
If I knew that, then I wouldn't be standing here talking to you, now would I?
You mean, even you have never tried working 3 days like that before?
There's actually a legend about this rule. They say that there was a worker who worked way harder than me. He was both efficient and eager on the job,
and most other workers couldn't hold a candle to him. One time, he tried to test his limits and worked as long as he could. Then during lunch on the third day, he disappeared into thin air, as if he'd evaporated. Later, some people went and asked some of his past friends about him, but they said, never heard of the guy.
Weird.
How could that happen?
What did that worker look like? Did you ever see him?
Unfortunately, we were assigned different production zones. I never saw for myself what he looked like.
Wait, are you thinking that it was...
Thank you very much for the information.
Oh? You... Listen, kid. This ain't the kind of thing you should be curious about. Let me tell you, you're better off forgetting about it and looking after yourself.
I am a star from the sky.
Yeah, I agree with Chief here. Do you really want to try?
Sounds like a good lead to me. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Alright, if you insist. What is this garbage?
Yep.
Ooh, it looks disgusting. Oh, Paimon misses your cooking now. What would you like to do this afternoon?
Let's investigate.
Okay, let's see if we can find any new leads.
Okay. While working the morning shift, apply for continuous working shifts. Okay, cool.
I'm not very good at remembering people's appearances. Anyway, no one comes to mind based on your description.
Sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. Are you sure they're an inmate here?
There's no one here that's anywhere near as strong as what you're describing. Believe me, I'd know if there was.
I guess there's this guy.
Well, have you gotten used to prison life yet? Shh. Save the questions for now.
Dude,
I don't
we've
like to give away
already
information for
figured
no reason,
stuff
you
up. Okay. Ah, here. There's somebody with a thing over their head.
Oh, hello. You two are the ones who were with His Grace.
Correct.
No need to be so nervous.
Sorry, I couldn't help but think of His Grace once I saw you, and I...
Are you that scared of him?
Oh, it's hard to say. Maybe I am. He's got a very overwhelming presence. It makes me feel like I'm just some insignificant little bug.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I'm always indecisive, and I tend to make a mess of things. It's like a reflex. I just instantly start to tense up the moment I see a smart and capable person like His Grace.
Uh-huh. This. I get it. You want to take his place. What?
What? Please, don't say anything like that out loud. How could you possibly think something like that?
Okay. The circle having the dot 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 means it's on a different layer. I would love if the glitter were consistent, please. There you go.
Hey, it's the Traveler and Paimon.
Hey. So now you remember our names?
No need to tease me, okay? I won't trip on the same step twice. Listen, I feel ashamed about last time. Thank you for praising me in front of His Grace. Here are the extra credit coupons he gave me. I'd like you to have them.
Aw, thank you.
Huh? No, we couldn't take them. They're your reward.
Me and Paimon on two completely different
I was
pages here.
welcoming you. I didn't do anything but give you the stink eye. Come on, I insist. These coupons are nothing compared to getting the attention of His Grace. I won't take no for an answer.
Yeah. I mean, probably not that. My physical form is feeling really weird right now. So, I'm gonna check my blood pressure after we finish this little segment of walking around. Just to try and pinpoint what the issue is. Oh, okay, he's not gonna. Mutual aid network guy. Love that. Doesn't seem like anyone wants to come learn. The mutual aid network is a small group. Few people are interested, let alone want to join. But I still believe my work is meaningful. You keep doing what you're doing, man. When I first arrived, I was completely lost. I passed each day in a daze, not daring. Alright, cool. Love that for you. Hi, Lynette.
Oh, wonderful. I was worried that you'd be busy trying to earn reward coupons all the time, but it seems like you haven't neglected your investigation work after all.
Of course not.
Paimon likes having more coupons, but no one wants to work all the time. Have you also been investigating the area, Lynette?
No, I was just slacking off, and you happened to catch me.
And how's Lenny holding up?
My brother is still obsessed with anything remotely related to the Forbidden Zone. But knowing him, it won't be long before we get more leads. Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
Huh? Credit coupons? Why are you giving us these?
I've been here longer than you. Coupons aren't a resource in particularly short supply. What is in short supply are interesting people to talk with.
Aw, that's so nice of you, Lynette. We'll be sure to make good use of these coupons then. Thanks a bunch!
Help each other get through it together.
More investigation. Oh, never mind. It is telling us to go to sleep. Which is interesting that the direction says, walk around and look for clues.
Oh, you want to stop investigating and go rest?
That is what the map is telling me to do. It's time for a rest.
Okay, you should rest up. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, was that an issue in game text or what?
Day. Hope we can make even more progress tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make some progress in our investigation today. What do you have planned for us?
Let's go to work.
Well, Paimon really hopes the foreman will be in a better mood today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a-wasting.
If possible, I'd like to apply for 3 continuous working days.
Oh? What's with suddenly wanting to work so hard? You need coupons that badly?
Sure. Let's just say we really want to test our limits.
What, like it's hard? To investigate the hidden rules, you and Paimon start working despite the whatever.
Nice! We did well today. Let's keep it up.
They're not even gonna make me play the minigame.
Paimon's had it. Who knew that processing these widgets would be so tiring? That's it. Paimon doesn't even have the energy to talk anymore. Is it time to eat yet?
Come on. Lunchtime for Paimon. I don't like the way that guy's watching us.
Oh, Paimon's exhausted. It's just Paimon's little body can't handle this much longer. Wait a sec. Now that Paimon thinks about it, haven't we been working non-stop for 3 days now? And now it's lunchtime.
You're just realizing that now?
Oh, Paimon feels a shiver going down her spine. What's going to happen? But it doesn't seem like anything's changed at all. And we made it to the coupon cafeteria safely. Are the so-called hidden rules only a rumor after all?
That would be quite a disappointment.
Well, there's no use to just guessing all day. Paimon's stomach has been grumbling the whole time. Let's just eat already. Paimon wonders what we'll get today. Maybe we'll get the super lucky meal. Wait, what?
This is...
What in the world is this? What's with Paimon's food? And yours is the same. Is this stuff meat? But it looks and feels so bizarre. What kind of chef would make food like this?
There's something wrong with this meat.
What do you think is going on? Is this the bad thing that Rowan was talking about?
Someone went missing before, and now all our meals have this strange meat.
No, stop right there. Paimon gets what you mean, just don't get it. Hey, isn't that Woolsey over there? He must have made the food, right? So let's just ask him about the food and be done with it. Hey, Woolsey, have a moment?
What is it? I'm about to go report the numbers for today's free meal, so you'd better make it quick.
It's about the meat in our meals. Look, does it seem normal to you?
The meat? Oh, that. Looks perfectly fine to me. Totally normal. You better hurry up and chow down.
How could this be fun? Hey, don't leave! You barely even looked at it!
Yeah, I don't believe him.
Ugh. What should we do now? Woolsey wouldn't even give us the time of day. Is he trying to hide something?
Looks like we'll have to investigate it ourselves. The plot thickens.
Yeah, looks like we have no other choice. Paimon was positively famished a minute ago, but now she's lost her appetite.
Okay. The strange welfare meat received after violating hidden rules of the production zone.
What would you like to do this afternoon?
Okay. An ad has popped up. I'm going to take this moment to run to the bathroom quickly and also check my blood pressure to see if I can figure out what the heck is going on in my physical form. So, I'll be right back. We are back, and my blood pressure is a little high, but it's not super high, so I don't know. Anyways, investigate the clues we discovered.
Since we have time now, let's focus on investigating some more.
Okay, let's talk to Rowan real quick.
Huh? Rowan? What are you doing here, Chief?
Oh, I was injured a bit just now. Nothing major, I think I just pulled something. Little mishaps like this are unavoidable at work, you know?
Huh. Paimon wouldn't have thought someone as experienced as the Chief would still get hurt on the job.
I just knew you would say that. This is pretty embarrassing. Where's Siegeween when you need her anyway? The one time I need to make a quick trip to the infirmary.
Oh, you mean she wasn't in the infirmary?
Yeah. The rumors say that there's never anybody in the infirmary in the half hour before lunch, and nobody knows where Siegeween gets off to.
So this isn't just a coincidence. But she's always absent during lunch?
Huh. That's actually really strange. Siegeween's always super dedicated to her work. Where else would she possibly go?
Forget it. I can take care of a small sprain like this on my own anyway. No need to trouble her.
Okay. I've been told the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But where could Sichuan be during that time?
Hey, look! There's something here! Looks like a research notebook. That suspicious guy peeking into the infirmary just now. Are they a fan of Siegeween? He must have dropped this. Let Paimon read it real quick. The Melusine perceive the world very differently from humans. There are significant deviations. As a result, their sense of aesthetics and beauty is also very different from that of humans. This must be taken into consideration when giving gifts. Ooh, this all sounds pretty serious. He sure did his homework.
Won't he object to us looking through his notes?
And as for the notebook, let's take it.
All right. Research about melazines. You know what? She has a point. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Arrest me? Ah! Hey, John, welcome on in. How are you doing? Oof. Oh, there she is.
Siegewing? Aren't you supposed to be in the infirmary? What are you doing in the production zone?
Hello, Traveler. Paimon? Everyone's usually busy around now, and we don't have any patients to look after in the infirmary. I thought I'd come here and enjoy the sight of everyone hard at work.
Enjoy? What's there to enjoy here?
It's really worth watching. I often stand here and observe everyone. Humans are just so interesting and adorable. I like to watch your expressions while you work.
Are you talking about pets or people?
Yeah. Sorry, as I'm also reading up on my theories about what caused my blood pressure to raise a little bit. And I think I know what it was, and it's not a big deal, and I'm not going to talk in depth about my medical experiences right this second. Do you happen to be a veterinarian as well as head nurse?
Oh, I can see why you think that, but you shouldn't jump to conclusions. See, we Melazines are a different species, and we see the world very differently from humans. It's very easy for me to observe everyone's condition. All it takes is
It's not.
and I can
It's
tell which
very
one is
mild.
exhausted.
Wait, Melazines can see that? Huh.
Yeah.
That does sound useful for being a nurse.
Yes, running around tending to everyone's health is very fulfilling. But I'd much prefer it if you're all happy and free from exhaustion and pain in the first place. Take care of your body, and make sure you eat well. Always rest when you're tired from work, and don't push yourself too hard.
We'll definitely take care of ourselves. Thanks for the reminder.
Okay, we often see her observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. She's there to vibe check everyone. But yeah, no, it's very mild hypertension, and I think it'll go away. It's just very annoying. Basically, I'm trying to find, at my current stage of health, how much physical activity I can do, and I'm trying to start as light as possible, and then seeing if I need to further decrease it from there or if it's safe to increase it. And I think I have a general idea of what the ideal spot will be, but you know. Like, working out is wild when you have chronic fatigue. Also, though, like, completely unrelated to my blood pressure, my wrist just really fucking hurts. And I do not believe that we're not getting any rain anytime soon. Like, I don't know, vibes are off. I feel like there's gonna be rain. I feel like there's gonna be rain. I feel it literally in my bones. I'm Where's the nearest elevator? Okay. Walking in circles. Circly circles. I will check that out. I've also been reading articles from other people with POTS, and the thing is, I also want to keep in mind, like, chronic fatigue, because chronic fatigue does not respond very well to stuff, and it can cause brain inflammation if you push yourself even a little too hard, and we want to avoid that, if at all possible. So on the one hand, like, yes, I'm completely laying down right now through any workouts, but is the intensity still too much on the chronic fatigue side of things? It's possible. I think I know which one you're talking about. I feel like I remember you sending me her stuff. Oh. Is it about to tell me to hit the hay again? Alright.
Oh, you want to stop investigating and go rest?
Me too. Hello? Hello. I have a Dakota. He has just jumped up onto the footstool, as if my feet are not currently on it. Hi. Hi, Scrumbino. Come here. Do you want me to hold you? He's unrelated to the glass shattering. His eye is flaring up today. So I'm going to have to check on that. But that's okay. We've got stuff to take care of him. The bad one? Yeah. Yeah. With, like Oliver, he's also got seasonal allergies, so I think in the spring and autumn, when hay fever starts acting up, I can't imagine what else it is. It's got to be some form of hay fever for them. Or like, you know, pollen, something. Something's bugging them and making them all itchy and making their sinuses drain a lot more during these times of year. But anyways, I think that's just inflaming it. Yeah, no, and it's completely, like, the jar, there was no glass that got into his eye or anything. Like, my mom had checked him over and stuff. He, in that regard, he's fine.
Okay, you should rest up. We'll be back at it tomorrow. So after working a few days straight, we got some strange meat in our lunch. What was that all about?
Fucking weird is what that was.
Has the investigation turned up anything useful recently?
Well, I think I've got something, but unfortunately, it's not related to child.
Really? Then it looks like that part of the investigation has hit a dead end.
For right now.
Well, we'll keep searching for more clues tomorrow. Good night, Traveler. Oh, Paimon doesn't want to get up. Paimon still feels completely exhausted from yesterday.
Poor baby.
What do you have planned for us?
Ooh, choose to go to the pancration ring in the afternoon. Let's go to Fight Club. Let's spend some coupons to skip work. I don't think there are any more clues to be found here. Perhaps we should work at the production zone more often to see if we can discover anything unexpected. Fine. Okay. Let's go work in the production zone first.
Here so long, we're really starting to get the hang of it.
Maybe the pancration ring is in the afternoon?
But doing the same thing all the time can get old pretty quickly.
Let's see if there's any really easy work.
Yeah, it's good to kick back and relax once in a while.
In the afternoon. Did I read that part out loud? If I read that part out loud and I still did not comprehend it. Listen. Never believe that I'm hearing what I'm reading. I'm focusing so hard on saying the words right.
Paimon shouldn't get her hopes up. What would you like to do this afternoon?
Let's go to the Pancration Ring.
Knowing Child, he must have been there all the time.
That's what I've been thinking this whole time. Fascinating. Do. Yeah, as soon as we found out about the Pancration Ring, I'm like, that's definitely where Child was. At any given opportunity. A place to throw hands? Come on. Maybe he disappeared because he broke the first rule of Fight Club. He talked about Fight Club. Oh, you know Child. Well known as the pacifist harbinger.
Oh, you must be the traveler, huh?
He solves all his problems by talking them out.
Prohibited from participating. I don't make the rules, mind you, but I was given very specific instructions. Even convicts value their lives, don't they? I hope you can understand. But we have a game here that'll let you show off your strength, and you'll even earn some credit coupons in the process. What do you think? Interested?
And if we lose the game, will it cost us credit coupons?
Of course. That's the cruel reality facing every competitor in a place like the Pancration Ring.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
Okay, great. Let me walk you through the rules. The targets in front of you will pop up one after another. You'll need to hit the targets in the same order that they popped up. If you can complete a few rounds in a row with no mistakes, then you'll win credit coupons. But the second you mess up the order, you'll lose. Game over. The game costs 300 credit coupons to have it go. So, you up for it?
Sure, got your coupons right here.
Thanks for your patronage, mate. Now, let the game begin.
Woo! The targets will come up in order. When the targeting light turns blue, you must attack the targets in the order in which they came up. Successfully following this order 4 times will complete the challenge. Conversely, attacking in the wrong order a certain number of times will cause you to fail. Okay. Okay, so I have to pay attention to the order.
Okay, do your best to hit the targets.
Right, that one, that one, that one, that one. That one, that one, that one. That one, that one. Hooray! Yeah. Oh, man.
Your strength really shouldn't be underestimated. Now I get why you're prohibited from participating in any official fights.
Nobody who values their life would be willing to get in the ring with you.
You flatter me. Can't know for sure if you don't let me have a go. If Child was still here, he would fight me. Because he loves me, unlike some other people here. That's what besties are for. Letting you kick their ass.
However, you two haven't tried betting on the outcome of a pancration match yet, have you? Just go talk to Rusimov. Buy a ticket for whichever fighter you think will win. There's a big payout if the fighter you support comes out on top.
But Child isn't here anymore.
I don't know anything about the fighters. How can we possibly know who to support?
You're trying to get me into
That's normal.
gambling,
Just watch a few
Collins?
matches and get a feel for the fighters. It won't be long before you can pick winners in your sleep.
Yeah.
Why don't we give it a try? If we have enough coupons, we could
Just because we could doesn't mean we would. We know how to restrain ourselves. Probably.
Well, how should I put it? It's not like you can't do that, but I'd advise you to give it some more thought first.
Huh? We shouldn't get too carried away. What's the problem?
Could it be that there's some sort of rule here?
What? I never even picked a boxer before, and you already know about the rules? You're not just strong fighters. Seems you're pretty perceptive, too.
The way that they're all like, I can't believe our top secret rules that we won't stop alluding to have been heard about by people who have been here longer than 24 hours. Like, yeah, buddy, y'all ain't exactly... Huh. Right. Huh. Just a guess, that's all. The hidden rules. That's what they're called, right?
Might as well tell you about it, since you already know that much. Plus, I think you've got the potential to be one of my greatest customers. I think I can let you in a bid. Besides, I don't want to risk ever losing a customer like you.
Is it that serious?
Okay. The hidden rule here is, if you buy both boxers' tickets and support them both, something bad will happen the next morning.
So the rule is that we shouldn't pick both boxers in the same fight. But if anyone actually did that, wouldn't they be guaranteed to lose coupons? Who would do that anyway? And what do you mean by something bad will happen?
How would I know? Not like I'm stupid enough to do that. But I've heard a story about the rule. According to the rumor, there was a masked boxer who possessed incredible skill and power. None of his opponents even stood a chance against him. However, in the final match, the organizers told him to take off his mask. He refused and never showed up to the fight.
Right.
He was never seen again. Some say he died, or that he was taken care of by the event's organizers. But everyone remembers that he was someone who cherished honor above all else. In his eyes, supporting both boxers in a match would dishonor the competition itself.
So you mean it's like a curse? He'll take vengeance on anyone who does that?
Doesn't sound like Child, but have you seen what he really looks like?
No, he was always wearing a mask, like he was intentionally trying to hide his identity. I don't even know anything about his past.
Traveler, do you think that boxer was...
Thank you very much for the information.
Huh? We will?
You're not serious, are you? Look, here I was just trying to be nice and warn you, yet here you are trying to break it on purpose?
Yeah, it sounds pretty scary to Paimon.
Hey, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Sounds like a good lead to me. I don't think.
Just be sure to protect Paimon, okay?
Right.
Betting on both fighters will set you back about 3,000.
I mean, on the one hand, I'm like, I don't think this would be Child. But on the other hand, Child does don his mask. Oh, Thank you so much.
Aw,
I made it on Canva.
sleep in as long as we're here. Let's get to bed early.
Time to break another rule.
The dawn of a new day. Paimon feels like we're getting used to life as convicts. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you have planned for us?
Let's see. Gathered information. Go after earning 3,000 credit coupons. We have 3,000 credit coupons. So, this time, do we skip work? I don't know why they even give the option if it's just going to be like, no.
But doing the same thing all the time can get old pretty quickly. How are you holding up?
And then we have the same dialogue. The illusion of free will. Honestly, stop giving me choices if I don't really have a choice.
Whoa! Isn't this the super lucky meal? Looks like hard work really does get rewarded. Paimon's gonna take her time and savor every bite. What would you like to do this afternoon?
Continuing the pancreation ring.
Sure! If we're not going to work, then let's kill some time at the pancreation ring.
Are you two here to buy tickets? Better be quick about it. Another match is about to start.
Who are the boxers in the next round?
We have the reigning champ, Le Grappler, versus a contender from the Eastern Prison Block, Demon Horde.
Are those their nicknames, or did they choose those names themselves? Either way, super weird.
Since you're new around here, I'll help you out and give you a little suggestion. Even though Le Grappler is the crowd favorite, Demon Horde is a first-class dark horse with incredible potential. Anyway, for this match, I recommend that you pick...
We'll buy tickets for both fighters.
Huh? For both fighters? I can tell you're new to this, but I didn't think you were completely clueless. Maybe you don't quite understand the rules, no? Let me try to explain again for you more clearly. You see...
Oh, no need. We're aware that we're going to lose coupons.
Alright then, if you're absolutely sure. Remember, no refunds once you buy the tickets.
If we don't fuck around, how then will we find out? You know what I mean?
We woke up so early today that Paimon's been nodding off all afternoon. Good thing it's finally time for bed.
Dramatic music.
Hey, traveler, Paimon. Package here for you. The next time you buy something, go pick it up yourself. I'm not a delivery man, you know.
Package?
Huh? A package?
Are you okay, Jules?
Did you buy something, traveler? Paimon's not quite awake yet, so why don't you go take a look?
I didn't buy anything. Unless this is...
Ah, right! Yesterday we broke the hidden rule and bought tickets for both boxers. Oh, maybe this package is the bad thing that Colin said would happen. Paimon suddenly feels wide awake. Wait, maybe let Paimon go hide somewhere first. Just call Paimon after you opened it.
Just throw me to the wolves, why don't you?
Paimon's still here! Don't open it! Ah!
Doesn't seem especially scary, but there is something a little odd inside.
Huh? What is it? Are you okay? Let Paimon take a peek too.
Something red. Right. It's Kool-Aid. It's like those Kool-Aids that come in those like plastic things with like the twisty top that pops off and then you can't put it back on and then you like those, but instead of being in that weird plastic, it's in glass. I've solved the mystery, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, it's just a small bottle. But the color of the liquid inside looks so wrong. Almost like...
Rumor has it that a boxer went missing, and the liquid in the bottle obviously looks like blood.
Alright, that's enough of that. No need to say it out loud. Paimon already knows what you're trying to say.
That's how they got out. Kool-Aid Man broke down a wall in the Forbidden Zone. We've solved the mystery, everybody. Want to give it a sniff?
No way! Get that stuff away from Paimon!
Seems we'll have to investigate. This place is chock full of strange happenings, after all.
Paimon thinks we shouldn't open the bottle until we figured out what's going on. Just trust Paimon on this one, okay?
Alright. These consequences are really boring.
What do you have planned for us?
Like, they're obviously trying to scare us, which makes it really not effective. Investigate the clues.
Though it feels nice to slack off a little, less work means less coupons. Let's make the most of our morning.
Once again, Paimon, how can we find out if we do not first fuck around? Exactly. Whoops. Wrong button.
If there's no way to send it all out, then maybe I'll never get a chance to leave.
Who are you? We've never seen you before, and you don't look like a fellow convict.
I'm not! Of course I'm not. Please, don't mistake me for a criminal. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen.
Then what are you doing here? You sure seem anxious about something.
I'm a promoter for Fontico, and I'm usually responsible for promoting our drink products. I thought I could complete my task here quickly and return to headquarters, but I've been here way longer than I anticipated.
Oh, a promoter from Fontico? So what kind of problem did you run into?
I'm so upset. It's all because of that Duke.
After discussing
Uh-huh.
the company's promotional plans with him, he told me outright that my project was worthless.
That's rough,
However,
buddy.
in light of our long history of successful collaboration, I still tried to patiently explain the details. However, to my surprise, he just cut me off while I was speaking. Let me take a moment and recall his exact words.
I'm just gonna stop you there and say no. If anything, I'm saving you time. It seems you don't fully understand the value of credit coupons here, nor do you understand the value of your own products. The former is because you are from the overworld. That's understandable, and I don't blame you for that. But as for the latter, only someone monumentally stupid, so breathtakingly stupid, that they were completely ignorant of the value of credit coupons, despite living in the underworld, would ever possibly consider buying your drink. Let's just forget it.
Anyway, that's how he rejected my proposal and asked me to come up with another solution with the condition that it doesn't cause any trouble for him. Can you believe that guy?
Well, he is the head honcho here. Not much you can do about that. We met him too and could tell that he's the kind of guy that's hard to pin down.
Fine, fine. I know I should just let it go. I'm on his turf after all. His house, his rules.
Alrighty. Next clue. Oh, geez, it's been 11 years. That's wild.
Hey, what are these papers scattered all over the ground? Are they registration forms or something? Maybe not. Every page has the Fontico symbol on it. Maybe it's some flyers from the company.
Let's take a look before anyone else shows up.
Okay. But if someone catches us, they could accuse us of trying to steal the company's secrets, couldn't they?
What are you afraid of? We're already convicted criminals. Earlier, Paimon, what are they gonna do? Put us in jail? Us. What are they gonna do? Arrest us? Like, come on.
Oh, you're right. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let Paimon have a look here. Without assistance from the Fontaine Research Institute, development of the new product has been slow, and some researchers on the project have voiced concerns. We have no choice but to let the new product undergo the first phase of promotional trials without a designated name or packaging. We will adjust the direction of future development according to feedback. We have decided to only conduct closed, small-scale trials for the time being. Sure doesn't seem like anything unusual. The company is just trying to develop some new products besides Fanta. But it sounds like things aren't going well at all. Let's put these papers back where we found them and make it look like nobody went through them. Okay, good.
Okay. So, maybe that's what they were. Huh. Hey, Collins. Hi, Toulouse.
Hey, I heard you crazy fools really did it. You bought tickets to support both fighters, didn't ya? Well, did anything happen?
Well, The next day we received a mysterious package, but we still haven't made any sense of the contents.
So it is real. You didn't become cursed or anything like that, did you? Are you both still okay? Wait. Are you sure that it's still you controlling your bodies right now?
Bro, I'm a star.
Not sure.
From the sky.
What do you think, Traveler? Is Paimon still Paimon?
Only you'd ever ask such a question, so I'm pretty sure you're fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, you two don't seem to have changed at all. But I wouldn't let your guard down just yet. Still, I didn't expect you would actually do it. You'd actually throw away coupons like that just to satisfy your curiosity?
Pretty much.
Even if we bought tickets like everybody else, it's not like we could hope to earn any coupons. When it comes to things like this, it's always the organizer who makes the real profits.
Hey, just what are you trying to imply? The Pancration Ring is an honest business, and we really don't make much from selling tickets. We make so little that even the current tournaments can only be held thanks to funding from the producer of Fanta.
Oh, so it's the company that manufactures Fanta sponsoring the events? Paimon thought all of this was thanks to the Duke's support.
Let's just say it's a mutually beneficial
Exactly.
arrangement. They reached out to us first, hoping to promote Fanta products in the Fortress of Meropide.
I understand.
Anyway, you try and take extra good care of yourselves these next few days, you hear?
Yeah, for sure. Uh-huh. Very interesting. The music in this prison is so dramatic. And I love it. Toulouse, do you got itchies? You know what? The only animal I didn't treat when I did the flea treatment was Zoe, and she's the one who actually goes outside. I think that is causing a little bit of a problem. I'll make sure to treat the rugs and stuff. Since, I mean, anything that bites the cats is gonna die, but, like, that's, I still would like them not to get bit, you know? So one nice thing with how smoothly it went treating them this time is that I know for sure that they've all been treated.
Here without even thinking about it. Want to grab something to eat?
Let's end the shift.
Alright, but remember that we bought this time with coupons, so let's make better use of it next time. Oh, just a regular meal set. Guess Paimon shouldn't get her hopes up. What would you like to do this afternoon?
What am I supposed to do? We've done investigating. I mean, I guess we could investigate more? Is there a right answer? Because at this point, it just tells me, no, actually. When I choose something that is not the right answer. You don't think so? Okay. Let's work.
After working here so long, we're really starting to get the hang of it. But doing the same thing all the time can get old.
Okay. Almost as old.
It's good to kick back.
Almost as old as having the exact same dialogue play each time. Woo.
A mysterious box, a bottle of crimson liquid? Paimon still doesn't know what to make of it. Do you have any ideas, Traveler?
Valid. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I went to work this time. I think I've got something, but unfortunately, it's not related to child.
Really? Then it looks like that part of the investigation led us nowhere. Well, maybe we'll have better luck tomorrow. Good night, Traveler.
Stage objectives complete.
Okay, so we've investigated 2 of the hidden rules. Paimon didn't think this prison would have so many weird things going on. We'd better pick up the pace with our investigation, otherwise we'll never get anywhere.
Let's spend some coupons to skip our shift so we can go investigate.
Yeah, let's skip work for now and put our time to good use.
Okay. Achievement. Continue asking around for clues. Okay, fielding. Is there any way to call the lift? Oh, there is. I've just been jumping all the way down. I'm like, well, it's not here. Guess I have to plunge. So glad that we've all just been, jumping. I mean, we still have our glider. It's fine.
Hey, isn't that Vidoc over there? Huh. Is it just Paimon, or are there fewer people than usual here today?
Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit coupons. Or at least enough to skip work. Seems you're getting into the swing of things around here.
We're getting by.
Impressive. Very impressive.
So, now can you tell us about the hidden rules you know?
If that's what you want to know, I guess you couldn't have come at a better time.
Huh? What do you mean it's a good time?
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone. I wouldn't want them listening in without paying up.
We get it! Just tell us already!
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds?
Sure.
Don't ever, ever go near them at night. Even if you manage to avoid the guards, you might find something even more terrible there.
Something even more terrible? Like what?
A group of cannibals.
Cannibals? In the Fortress of Meripede?
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here.
Fascinating.
But what's even scarier is that they have a special proclivity. Since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains, they have ways to transform them into other forms and keep them in the fortress forever.
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms. So that's what's going on here. Oh, Paimon's stomach doesn't feel so good.
There's still a chance that what we saw isn't connected to cannibals.
You two look pretty skeptical. No matter. Learning the truth behind dark secrets isn't necessarily a good thing.
Guess we're gonna have to go to the pipes at night.
I suggest you just act like I never told you anything.
Oh, no. We're gonna fuck around so that we can find out.
Traveler, can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Paimon doesn't want her blood and flesh entombed here for all eternity?
Even if it's true, do you really think that cannibals could take me in a fight?
Oh, so that's how you see the situation. Huh. You know, Paimon does feel a little better about it now.
Paimon, I'm a star from the sky. And just like before, let's get ready to investigate another hidden rule.
When will all the secrets end?
And an ad has popped up. So, guess we will just vibe for a moment. So, cannibal theory. Definitely an interesting one. I see where they're trying to lead you with the, like, mysterious meat and the weird blood-looking liquid. The blood-looking liquid could also be the new flavor of Fanta, for all we know. Whether or not it's blood-flavored Fanta, who's to say? No clue about the weird meat. It's not like we've never seen suspicious meat before. Still vaguely concerning, though, you know. But there's definitely something new flavor, the blood of your enemies. The blood of your enemies. And cherry. The blood of your enemies and blue raspberry. Combo flavors. See, that's what they're missing. They're missing a comical combination to make people forget about the blood part.
Vidok isn't here. But the guys who went to work in the morning are back. Let's go ask them.
Just stay away from me.
Jeez, who pissed in your soup?
What? What are you saying? You shouldn't go around saying stuff like that.
What are you talking about? Listen, you should keep your nose out of other people's business.
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us.
It's pretty obvious that they're hiding something.
But if they're being so obvious about acting weirdly, do you think they might just be trying to lure us in? Oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Paimon.
Let's approach it from a different angle. We'll probably never get anything out of these guys.
So you mean we still need to investigate some more? Okay, if you say so.
It's been a while since we've heard from Linny and Lynette. Oh, ask the guard. I was just thinking about that. Instead of asking a prisoner, let's ask an employee.
Fielding.
What do you want? Criminals like you ought to be working right now. Catch my drift.
We just want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever discovered anything odd during your nighttime patrols?
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happens at night isn't your concern. All you need to worry about is getting enough sleep.
Well...
You see, sometimes we hear strange noises at night.
Right! We've heard it happens a few times every month. Paimon has sensitive ears, so it makes it hard to sleep.
Really? I see. But it's not like I'm on duty every night. And now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before. They say that strange things tend to happen at night on pipe cleaning days. Lots of us
Pipe
don't
cleaning
willingly take those
days.
shifts.
So, what happens at night on pipe cleaning days?
And they just conduct regular cleaning of the fortress's drainage facilities. There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month, and it just so happens that today is one of the scheduled days. You can try to confirm the sounds tonight if you want, and if they're real, then I can report the issue to my superiors for you.
Thanks, Fielding.
Then we'll keep both ears out tonight.
Now, if that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything funny, though. Even if I'm not on duty tonight, someone will still be watching you.
Don't worry, we don't want any time added to our sentences. Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he mentioned?
Those might be the days when the cannibals are active. But it also might be nothing, just the pipes being cleaned.
Right, both are a possibility. But Fielding did say that tonight is a cleaning night.
No reason not to find out the truth for ourselves.
Paimon knew you would say that. Alright, sounds like we'll be up all night tonight then. Paimon just hopes the guards don't catch us. I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight, so it's the perfect chance for us to investigate.
We just need to wait until everyone else has fallen asleep. If we miss our chance tonight, it'll be a while before we get another opportunity.
Whatever. Just be sure to wake Paimon if she dozes off. Paimon's worried something might happen if you go alone. Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already?
No, I'm just having a psychic connection with my bestie. I'll be right back. Ah, yes. Ye ol' something is calling me. I have to go.
Traveler, come on, wake up!
I saw Child in my dream again.
Oh, it looked like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon. Well, what did you see this time?
Investigating the pipes tonight is the right call. Child escaped via the pipes.
Really? So we're finally starting to figure out what actually happened! But what about the cannibals? How do you explain them?
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, well it's about time for us to get moving. Just be careful to avoid the patrolling guards.
Oh boy. Is this going to be a sneak around challenge? I'm not very good at those.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Jeez.
This should be the place.
I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
Yeah. Enough with the theatrics.
What'd you say?
All those rumors about cannibals and hidden rules were started by you, weren't they?
Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors a reality at any time.
Do either of us look like humans? Like, not to be dramatic, but if you ate us, it would not exactly be cannibalism.
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories, and act like you never saw anything, then I'll pretend that you never showed up here.
Scram. Nothing worth seeing here.
Uh-huh. There's something calling me. I have to go.
Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss?
Child? Tartaglia? One of Snezhnaya's Fatui Harbingers?
Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He always kept his identity a secret. So, did he have you come here to find us?
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
I'm a friend of his. I'm also an enemy of his. It's complicated. We came here to learn where he fucked off to.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So unless he somehow told you those exact same words after that... All right. I guess that's proof enough for me. I believe you.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
We gave him the business for a while, and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect.
Yep.
He's working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration Ring.
Sounds
You can
like
see how amazing he
Ajax.
was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow
Charismatic
him.
bastard.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard that call again. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy to exploit people's fear of the unknown. But has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even
The
if there
Forbidden
were a way
Zone?
to escape from there into the
Perhaps?
sea, we're still way too deep. No one could ever reach the surface alive. But Boss still insisted on going in.
Well, he's
It's like
attuned
he
to
was
Hydro, so
obsessed
he
about it.
would.
So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone. And that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could meet him here and help cover the whole thing up.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Is it also possible that something unfortunate happened to him?
No.
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down. It's one thing we know for sure.
Well, technically we could, but we didn't do it, therefore we're out of suspects. Could you take us there? We want to go to the spot where he left.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through.
So true.
Boss left by going down from
It
here.
probably wasn't Nervalet, since he also does not seem to know what happened
Later,
to him,
we
though.
came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled diver.
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
I know a good diver.
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to tell us if you get any news about Boss.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here. Let's get going!
All right. So I guess we're gonna need Freminette to help us.
We finally learned some key information. Seems all of our investigative
I'm
work
gonna have to pause again in a second because I gotta pee.
When you said you knew a diver,
Drinking as much water as I have has definitely helped.
Glenny, he'll
Yeah.
definitely have Fremine help us.
For sure. Drinking as much water as I have has definitely helped with the effects. Literally. With the effects of the high blood pressure. But now I gotta pee. So.
Why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Not making our jobs easier, that's for sure.
When on Earth has Child ever made our jobs easier?
Seems like it's only a matter of time now before we find out what really happened.
Fingers
Now that
crossed.
we can finally relax. I'm on feel super sleepy. Let's try to get some rest while we still can. Nighty-night, traveler!
Oh, that's the end of Act 3.
It's morning already? Paimon still needs more sleep.
Okay, I guess we're starting Act 4. We'll go until 10:30-ish, I think, but yeah. Wow. I mean, I was like, I wonder if this is about to be the end and then segment into the, and then it did, and I was like, well, alrighty then. Oh, I see a card on the ground right there. I have such good eyes. That's not true, but I can see something for once. Okay. I will be right back, though. I gotta pee. And then we will start Act 4, I guess. we are back. Let us continue this bread. So, both options tell us to skip our shift. Let's take the morning off.
Huh? Wait, look over there! Isn't that... It's one of Linny's cards!
I love how good I can see. You're right. It's been a while since we've contacted him.
Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating.
Hey!
It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information.
So do we.
Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off.
Hooray!
From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's discovered. We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the people here for a bit more before we go.
Sounds like a plan. What was that? To the star shining in the depths. I see. That was the Archon Quest name. Now, let's grab these. Woo! Investigating freely. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Do we get any sparklies whatsoever? No. Do, 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 do.
Hey, you over there?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Even people down here play that?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
Sorry, we're busy with other things at the moment.
Alright. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. Alright then, did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
Alright. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Oh, so many. Aw. Alright. Get some good rest. I hope your migraine goes away.
Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
I didn't know that.
There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros. I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. It's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
Are you surprised,
Right.
Paimon?
The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
Hey man, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
You got it, man.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Yeah, extroverts. We are so extroverted. Both of us, equally.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Us? No. That was a misunderstanding. That was someone who looked like us.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Uh-huh.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Uh-huh.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
I love the difference of, sure, fill us in, or, oh my, Archon, I'd love to know, please tell me. Yeah, we're curious.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right, right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Uh-huh. Huh? Did Laverne just wink at me? Seems he's saying, don't be upset, he's a good fellow. Is that what that wink meant?
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here?
So he's trying to research the nurse.
That could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
According to Cousteau, a person named Giro frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too. Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
I love how they're just like, you know, I think I'd fall in love with a woman who beat the shit out of me. She beat the shit out of him. Maybe they're going on dates. So Giro had a confrontation with a girl named Levine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too. Off to our last bit of investigation. I mean, you know, yeah.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
Ain't that just the way?
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilge water you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld.
Sounds like it.
Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Probably. It's normal for convicts to be a little unhappy.
That's true. Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Sorry for yawning. Hey! The other teleport. Finally. I'm sure I've walked past it before, but you know. Please, frame rates, I am pleading with you. I went the wrong way, possibly? Yes, wrong way. Ooh. Nice. gosh, I'm having a muscle spasm in my face. It's like my cheek right by my jaw hinge.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Yeah. Yeah. We know. The most important thing right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Precisely.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information is
Do you think that Risley, like, doesn't know? Because I feel like he probably knows that we're poking around.
To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route.
Like, I don't know.
And if he's to do that,
He seems like he knows something's up and he's just leaving us be for this moment.
That's 6 days from now.
But what do I know?
And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an
Also,
excuse
I
to
have
get
a
into the
fidget toy
infirmary
in
and
my hand, so
investigate
that's
the
the
room and environs.
sound.
You mentioned several
might be picking
sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Natürlich. I'll give it my best shot.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. By at least a few centuries.
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Now, Paimon will take a peek.
At the next stopping point is when we will be done for the night. Let's try to eavesdrop on them first. You and Paimon hide in a corner and try your best to eavesdrop. Several people appear to be engaged in conversation, but you only catch bits and pieces.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
If you say so, Paimon. Alright. If you recall correctly, the potion is the result of a failed attempt at alchemy.
Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison?
Let me take a look. Please lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
You can do it, traveler.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Okay. Sushmina has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Eh? Oh, that's good. But
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please relax and take a deep breath.
Sushmina's using her hands to palpate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
That hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
Not really.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
so that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Whew, this infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Sabrina just called that woman Levine, so she has to be one of the frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. Would that make the man next to her Giraud?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction, too.
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuing take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of
Three
myself.
fakers who fake.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her... you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Eh? There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no
Oh,
need to
yeah.
argue over silly things like this!
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking, but isn't it strange that there's a movable hatch here, of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
Guess so.
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sishuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Whoa.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
Thanks.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
All right then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure.
An ad has hit. So we will pause for a moment. But yeah, as soon as we reach a point. As soon as we reach a point where this is, you know, pausable, then that is the time that we will stop for the night. I'm definitely intrigued. There should be one soon. Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah. Oog. I'm so tired. Oh, I think my blood pressure is better now. I don't feel quite as like, ugh. So I'll make sure to check that again. If it's still a little high, I'll take my meds before, like my blood pressure meds before bed. All that good stuff. Alright. Cecil's still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap, like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Thank you. You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation with Sujin.
Places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion. The word brings forth a wave of comfort.
You're awake.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Thank you, Miss Sijween.
Back to the dorms. Alright. I will stop, like, here. Just in case it, like, takes us into a new day. Like it has been. But yeah. Anyways. Thank you guys for hanging out. This has been fun. And we got a lot further than I was expecting to get. I didn't realize how far into the quest we got on Friday. So that's good. But But yeah, I'm gonna take care of health things, and I hope that all of you have a good night rest. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.